Hey everyone, it's me Hallease, endeavoring to persevere as always. Today on Trying to Be Somebody, I have Tramelle Jones of TDJ Consulting, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what she does and who she's hopefully trying to be or who she has already become.
So TDJ Consulting is my brainchild. I've been doing this for like 20 years. I remember when I was in high school and when I was in college, I was doing this, but I didn't know it was career coaching, right? Mm-hmm. People would be like, I created this resume. I'd be like, well, let me look at it. And then I did this to it. Oh my God. So like from that, I just kept doing it. And I did it on the side. And then eventually my work experience has all been in nonprofits. Most of it has been with youth development. So I would work with young people. I was a recruiter for an AmeriCorps program. I would go out, recruit young people, they come and serve in this program, and then they would go out in the world and take that experience with them. But a lot of them didn't know how to market that experience, right? So I went to my boss and I said, we need to get resumes for all these kids. Don't worry, I'll do it. So I set up resume classes. The next year I went to him and said, these kids need like interview prep. And he was like, I was like, don't worry, I'll do it. Right? And so from that, I started to realize like I'm more focused on helping people market themselves than I am on, helping the organization market the job that it has. So that is when I decided in my mind that I was going to start TDJ Consulting. I actually offer career services, and my tagline is to help people find, keep, and grow their career. As a career coach, people think that you only need a career coach when you're looking for work. But that's not the case. People are going through workplace issues. They've got bad bosses. They've got somebody bullying them at work. They're dealing with office politics. These are all reasons why you might need a career coach. And then there's a lot of times where maybe you've been separated from a job. And I always tell people being separated from a job is almost like mourning a death. And you need to process out that information. And so I'm here for that as well. But my most favorite thing to do is to lead or facilitate sessions. And so I do sessions on DIY resumes, how to do your own resume, because I can't save the world all by myself. And so I want everybody to have a resume that actually is impactful. And if you were at your job and someone followed you from every job you've had before this, like they'd have the same resume. So how do you stand out, right?
Why do you think people should have a coach? Like, what value does coaching add? I know what value it adds now, but like, explain it to people.
So what I always tell people is, if you have ideas and thoughts that you're thinking of or trying to process, level one is you processing in your head, but you don't have to complete a sentence in your head. So level two is writing them down. This really pushes you to complete your thought, right? Level three is actually processing that thought with a person who counters you and makes you defend it. Yeah. That's what coaching is. Coaching is, I really want to be such and such. Oh, okay. What have you done to get there? Ooh, about that. Right? Yeah. So that a coach should not be a person to tell you, if you want to be successful, you need to do these three things, and everybody can touch the sky. Like, that's not what a coach is.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. But a coach is there to force you to get in touch with everything inside you that you already have to fulfill that goal, right?
With some friction. Yeah.
And I feel like the way that I approach people is, number one, I use humor, and I like to keep it light so that when it's time to go hard, it's like, but I was just nice to you, okay? So don't take it out on me. But that ain't right, and we need to push further, right?
Right.
So a lot of times when you have these goals, you think of them for a very long time, and you never move on them. Yeah. And a lot of the reason is fear. And I like to tell people that fear is a roadblock that weighs the same weight as a feather. You can move it if you want it to, but you choose not to. You just look at it. Oh, I can't do that because of this. And it's like, I'm the person who comes to you and says, this don't weigh nothing. You can push through that. So that's what coaching is. It's really giving you the ability to push past fear.
Yeah.
And I'll support you along the way. I'm not going to leave you out somewhere where, you're feeling like, oh God, there's nobody here.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Like, we'll do it together. And that's why I like to call what I do accountability coaching. Mm-hmm. And I do it in 2 sessions so that we work through some things, and then you have some homework, and it's things you've been wanting to do, but maybe you just didn't put the energy behind. And then you come back and we discuss those things, and we put action steps together. And then I keep up with you. Okay, you said that you were going to do these 3 things. Have you done them?
No.
And I think that if everybody had that, like, we would all be living our best life.
Yeah.
That's what I want for people.
Yeah.
I want everybody to, yes.
Wherever you define it. Because not everyone's success is the same.
It should be defined specific to that person.
Right.
And you shouldn't be comparing your life to others.
Yeah.
A lot of us as kids, we saw mom and dad come home. They hated their job. They talked bad about it. We were taught that we're supposed to go to a place just to make money, and that we would come home and gripe, and then maybe we had, something we did that fulfilled our life on the side.
Yeah.
Why? Start from the beginning doing something you love. You're going to be so much more productive if you love it. You're going to be innovative if you love it. You're going to be creative if you love it. And you're going to move up faster because you actually are enjoying it and will want to do more. You don't have to die to go to hell. Go to a job you hate. You'll go there every day. Right?
You don't have to die to go to hell. That's, yeah.
We need to put that down on the bottom or something.
That might be...
For real. I tell people that all the time. You do not have to die to go to hell. You go to a job you hate and you go there every day. So why would you want to go to hell every day?
Yeah.
Find a job you love. That's what you should be doing with your life.
I feel like my career path is something that's like where art meets commerce a little bit, video in general.
Yeah.
And growing up, I felt like a lot of times, especially Black parents in general, like they're so focused on the struggle and trying to make sure that their kids just get to a comfortable place.
It is.
And so a lot of times they tell you to be in a safe career. Something like be a doctor, be a lawyer, be an engineer. That, for my parents, it was like be an engineer.
Yeah.
I love that part of what you do is turning people's passions into something that will sustain.
Yeah, reality.
Yeah.
Reality. But so that's a huge deal, right? You've got a lot of parents who are pushing you. You get a lot of pressure to be something else. And so you have to think of that 2 ways. Number 1, to break the cycle before it starts. But number 2, what do you do with all these people who have done that to appease other people and are living an unhappy life?
Right.
So that's where it comes to, I give a lot of clients advice about you should have 2 arms acting at the same time. One of them is, how are you sustaining your everyday life? Make sure that you're staying at that job. Don't just quit because you hate it. Never leave a job unless you have another job. That's number 1 rule. But you should have this one job going, and you're sustaining your bills, you're able to pay everything, but on the side, you need to start building that dream. Whatever that is, start pumping some time in that. And what that really, if you do it right, what that creates is some life-work balance that's driving force to get you to leave this job and go to that dream.
Yeah.
But if all you're doing is going to this job you hate, it's like, what is my life about? What is my purpose? But when you start to do the thing that you love, you're gonna hear no at work. It won't devastate you.
Right.
Because what will happen is you'll be like, okay, no problem. I'm gonna go to my own thing and do this idea.
Yeah.
So it gives you an area to be all of the things that you can't be.
Right. I know for me, it was really big. Like something I really appreciated about my parents, especially when it came to college, was I actually never had the realization that college was optional.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because like to me, the way my parents framed college, it was the thing you did after high school.
Yes. I always tell people you don't have to go to college, but you have to learn somewhere.
Right.
So for some people that might be on the job training. For some people that might be vocational school. For some people that might be, college and grad school and PhD, everything, right? But I tell people, don't think that you can get through life without learning anything. You have to have an education, whether it be formal or informal.
Right. There's an asterisk there. Education.
I think some people are just very extreme where it's like, I don't have to go to college. I won't do anything. It's like, okay, baby, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, like for real.
So you have to be educated some way. way. And I don't believe that it's the same for all people. I think that it is definitely a fluid concept that can you can find education in a lot of places, but you need to treat it as such.
Yeah. Something that also really bothered me is that like there's this mindset too now, almost like a little bit of elitism when it comes to education in general. Like I know so many people that are doing so well that went to trade schools, vocational schools, you know, learning those like hard skills. I'll say this, I went to school for film and I went to like a well-to-do university here in Texas, UT Austin. But I felt like I learned the most as a video producer, as an editor, at the internships.
Oh, wow.
You know, like the actual bare bones things that are gonna get me a job. Because at university, you learn the theory of film, right?
Yeah.
And the ideas. The internships you take, the first time assistant editor jobs you take, that's what teaches you like, but here are the tangible vocational things that you need to learn.
But what I hear you saying is it's the experiential learning.
To kind of wrap up, what are you hoping to achieve with TDJ Consulting? Like, what are your big future plans for TDJ? Because I know you're doing good now. Like, you've got, obviously, things are moving along. Yeah. But everyone has, like, those long-term, you know? Like,
so my long-term goal, and I don't tell people this enough, so I guess I'm gonna like debut it on the here. Internet. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, so for me, I can't do everybody's resume. So of course, I'm really moving away from that. I'm doing more coaching because I feel like people need that a lot more. And I'm really gonna start doing more DIY resume workshops so that people can take that into their own hands. I'm also gonna start providing that online so that you can utilize that when I'm sleeping, and you don't have to wake me up to make sure that you have that skill. But ultimately, the goal for me is to create a platform online where I gamify skill building.
Gamify?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so what that means is you would be able to go onto a website and gain a skill, but there would be some sort of excitement around it, right? The way that we do this, you know, right now is sitting in a classroom and looking at somebody's PowerPoint and being bored to death. And so for me, it's about like if you go and you actually have like maybe some fun quizzes or literally games that you play that get you through that process, and then there's some competition between you and your friends, I think that it will really push people to do so more. But it's something that you can put on your resume, and those skills will be selected either from organizations that you need that skill to be hired there, or they're skills that colleges are already doing, but they're now presented in a fun way. So I just gave away all my secrets. So yeah, so I really do want to become a tech company where I gamify professional development.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will see. Maybe 5 years you have this interview again. And it's like, and so now that you're an amazing conglomerate, I'd like to talk to you. Now, I don't know, but we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel like people should know about you and your business and what you do?
Wow. So I had a very small session with my coach today, and the question that we were discussing was purpose. And she did an exercise with me to figure out what my purpose was, and it all came down to one word, and that word was harmony.
Interesting.
Isn't it? So for me, my whole thing is about making sure that there's inclusivity in the world, that everybody gets to live their best life, and that we are all marketing ourselves the way that we should be and not the way we think we should. So making sure that people are valuing their experiences instead of devaluing, because we do that all the time, right? And so I want harmony in the world. So if you're interested in my services, know that that is the path that I take. It's all about harmony. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So, which leads me to my wrap question. Okay. How can people support you?
Wow, how can people support me? This is a really good question. I never ask enough. So if you're looking for any kind of services that have to do with your resume, your cover letter, finding, keeping, growing your career, you can reach me at TDJ Consulting on all social medias. You can email me at admin@TDJ Consulting, and I have a website, tdjconsulting.com.
And all the information, of course, will be in the description box. Well, We actually have a series that's going to be happening with Tramelle, so stick around. I want to try to put these videos all out relatively within the same time frame, so look in the eye of Sauron for the next one. But we're going to start Tramelle's going to actually like give us some cold hard facts depending on where you are in your life that can help you get to that next step.
Yes.
So stay tuned. I'm Hallease. This was
I'm Tramelle.
And we'll see you in the